bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events, some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
May I offer you one of our finest selections? Delicious, rich in protein, and locally produced right here in Idaho. Excellent choice, sir.
Satisfied viewing customer, aisle 10.
Dad's home.
I'm home.
Did you get the good stuff?
He's bringing it up. He's going in. He scores!
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit, not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Good afternoon and welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. This postseason broadcast is presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. We're coming to you live today from Spartans Stadium in Priest River. This is a 3A quarterfinal showdown. It is the number 5 seeded Aberdeen Tigers with a record of 6-3 on the season, and they will take on the number 4 seeded Priest River Spartans. They are 5-4. Hi, everybody inside the broadcast booth. Brandon Bainey, and helping me out today, a couple of managers or injured players for the Aberdeen High football team on camera. Really appreciate a team effort here with Priest River and Aberdeen to bring this broadcast to you on IdahoSports.com and the NFHS Network. So, Priest River, champions of the Central Idaho League up in North Idaho. They had a nice, easy first-round bye last week. The last time we saw the Spartans, they were defeating Kellogg in their regular season finale, 48-14. Finally had all of their injured pieces back in the lineup and ready to go. And for Aberdeen, they had a first-round playoff game last week at home against the Melba Mustangs, a contest Aberdeen won 28-6. And you might go, well, 28-6, that's not that impressive. Well, for Aberdeen, they executed their game plan to perfection. They controlled the clock, chewed up a lot of time and yardage on the ground, and made enough plays on defense and special teams to get out of there with the 28-6 win. These teams played one season ago in the opening round of the 3A postseason down in Aberdeen. Aberdeen won that game 42-14, so Priest River looking for a little revenge today perhaps, and for Aberdeen looking for their third consecutive trip to the 3A state semifinals. That's what's on the line today between these two squads. We want to thank our great sponsors before we get going here on the broadcast today. Our power boosters for Aberdeen High, Diesel Depot, Idaho Ag Credit, the Roof Resource, Wright's Auto Service and Repair as well. And our great sponsors, Idaho Ag Credit, your local ag lender, has financed agricultural needs in your community for multiple generations. Idaho Ag Credit is proud to support this webcast and all the student athletes playing in today's game. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agriculture, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery offers the most advanced new farm and construction equipment in the world, and they back their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. They can get you into your new equipment and into the field quickly with real peace of mind. Find out more online at titanmachinery.com. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Wright's Auto Service and Repair has been locally owned and operated for 25 years. They are a full-service preventive maintenance and auto repair center, proudly working in the Aberdeen area since 1997. Their staff of nationally certified master technicians specializes in auto repair, engine repair, brake repair, transmission repair, and auto electrical services. Drop by the shop at 17 West Lincoln Avenue in Aberdeen and meet them anytime. Wright's Auto Service and Repair is proud to support Aberdeen football and wishes them good luck in today's game. And Sun River of Idaho in Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company and has been locally owned and serving the local area for over 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes. Just about ready to go. Our coin toss underway. We mentioned last year these teams played 42-14 win for Aberdeen. In that victory, well, Lupe Ortiz, 11 carries, 83 yards, also completed one pass for 20 yards, and he is the heartbeat of this Aberdeen offense, defense, and special teams. The big stud last year, though, is gone. That was Luke Shackelford. He had 10 carries for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Easton Beck also chipped in 84 yards and a touchdown on the ground. But Eric Alvarez is back this year. He ran it 7 times for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns in that win over Priest River a season ago, and Alvarez and all of the Aberdeen backs will be heavily featured in this run-heavy attack. For Priest River, Lucas Matthews was the starting quarterback last year in that playoff loss. He completed 11 of 19 passes for 107 yards and a touchdown. But the leading rusher in school history, Sawyer Stout, has graduated. He ran for 37 yards and a touchdown last year, and so it'll be up to Nate Fagert and Colton Caprinko to try and pick up the slack, and they have done a sensational job of that all season long. Priest River 0-4 all-time in the playoffs. They do not have a postseason win in school history, so their first win could come today. It would also be their first trip to the state semifinals. A lot of history potentially on the line for Priest River and for Aberdeen. We mentioned it, Old Hat looking for their third trip to the semis in the last 4 seasons. 7 semifinal appearances all-time, 1978, 2008, 2014, 15, 16, and then 22 and 24. Yep, and then just back and forth like that. Thank you. Appreciate it. We are ready for the opening kickoff. Aberdeen will be kicking away here to the Spartans. And we're going to flip sides. Everybody was lined up the wrong direction. So Aberdeen in the white jerseys, Priest River in the black uniforms. And now, after a little okey-doke and a reset, we should be ready to go here. Our coaching matchup, Derek Jolly in his second season at Aberdeen High, a 15-5 record in just 2 years on the job. Alex Zapata is in his third season as the Priest River head coach. He is 15-8. So each coach with 15 career wins, doing a nice job at their respective schools. And now we're ready to go. Back deep to return for Priest River will be Colton Kaprinko along with Leighton Goins, the two running backs. And kicking off for the Tigers here. Good kick from Oscar Orduña on the return. A short kick and breaking through and bear crawling out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Colton Kaprinko gets it started, and now we see the Priest River Spartans offense for the first time today. Quarterbacked by the senior Lucas Matthews. 1,094 yards passing on the season, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and completing 54% of his passes. So Priest River will start 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. And they like to run the rock, too. Make no mistake about it. This could be a quick game. Kaprinko gets the carry here on 1st down. We'll take it ahead for a gain of about 3 there. Officially, we'll call it 2. The rest of the Priest River offense today up front on the offensive line. It is a big unit. At left tackle is 6'4", 300-pound senior Brady Hatton. At left guard, 6'2", 245 sophomore Andon Grismer. The center is 5'9", 220 senior Colton Braden. The right guard is 5'10", 210 senior Lyndon Rainwater. And the right tackle is 6'3", 250 senior Tanner Hughes. The tight end is Nicky Porenchak, the senior. Wide receivers are sophomore Leighton Goins and senior Braden Leach. And the running backs are juniors Colton Kaprinko and Nate Fager. This is Kaprinko again across the 50 to the Aberdeen 45-yard line. It's going to be a 5-yard gain to make it 3rd and 2. So actually a 6-yard gain there for Kaprinko. So 3rd and 2. The Aberdeen defense today, they're going to go with 3 defensive linemen, 4 linebackers, a 3-4 look, and they'll move athletes all around the formation here. We'll get that Aberdeen defense in a second. 3rd and 2 for Priest River. Tight end in motion. They give to the back straight ahead. Kaprinko close to the 1st down marker. I think he's going to be a little bit short on first blush here. We'll give him a yard officially, and it's going to be 4th and 1 here for Priest River. The Aberdeen defense today. The defensive ends are seniors Tannen Nelson and junior Axel Rodriguez. The nose is senior Luis Tapia. The linebackers are sophomore Trayton Jenkins and 3 juniors, Eric Alvarez, Jake Harris, and Aiden Valdez. In the secondary, the corners are junior Giovanni Valeriano and senior Ronnie Cerna. And the safeties are seniors Jose Medel and Lupe Ortiz. 4th and 1, handoff up the middle. Kaprinko didn't get there. We'll see where this spot is, and they're going to rule and say he did get there. He got pushed back at the end, but they're going to rule enough forward momentum for Kaprinko there on 4th and 1. And so Priest River does move the chains. It's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball now at the Aberdeen 42-yard line. 9:40 and rolling here in our opening quarter of action. Matthews out of the shotgun. Handoff. This is Kaprinko again, right into the teeth of that Aberdeen defense off the left side. And Kaprinko will pick up 3. They'll mark it back at the 39-yard line, so gain of just a yard there for Kaprinko. No longer in the pregame portion of the contest, that's for sure. We are into the first quarter of play here on IdahoSports.com and the NFHS Network. Thank you for being with us today from Spartan Stadium in Priest River. A beautiful, gorgeous Saturday afternoon in November. First pass of the day is complete out there to Braden Leach. No gain, though, as right there immediately for the tackle was Giovanni Valeriano for Aberdeen, the sophomore corner. And so the first pass completed from Matthews, but it goes for no yards, and it's 3rd and 9. So really the first time today that that Priest River has been behind the chains here. 3rd and 9. Matthews with time over the middle. That's caught by Leach, but he... Offense quarterbacked by the 5'7", 160-pound Lupe Ortiz. He's thrown for 266 yards and 3 touchdowns this year, but really it's his running game that does the job. 1,021 yards rushing this year, 11 touchdowns, averaging more than 8 yards per carry. And so 1st and 10 for Aberdeen from their own 20-yard line. Ortiz will keep it up the middle and will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The rest of the Aberdeen offense today on the offensive line, 4 juniors and a senior from left tackle to right tackle. It's junior Darcy Bryan, junior Jake Harris, junior John McGrage, junior Axel Rodriguez, and the senior Luis Tapia at right tackle. The tight ends, 2 of them, junior Aiden Valdez and senior Ronnie Cerna. And they'll rotate a bevy of running backs today, but the starting running backs will be Eric Alvarez, the junior, and Jose Medel, the senior, along with Ortiz at quarterback. So no gain on that first down run there by Lupe Ortiz. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 21-yard line. They'll give off the left side this time. And look at that Aberdeen offensive line pushing the pile. That is Jeremy Partita, the junior, for the first time today. And Partita is able to squeeze out 2 yards there. The starting defense for Priest River going with a 5-man front. Senior Nicky Poranchuk, sophomore Andon Grismer, senior Brady Hatton, senior Gavin Grismer, and senior Lyndon Rainwater. 3 linebackers, juniors Colton Caprenko and Nate Fagert, and the sophomore Leighton Goins in the middle. And in the secondary, the corners are sophomore Jacob Best and senior Braden Leach, and junior Kane Burns plays safety. 3rd and 8. Ortiz, hands off the left side. And again, nowhere to go. That Priest River defense sends the ball carrier back for a significant loss of yardage. I think they're going to give a little forward momentum there. And again, that was Jeremy Partita on the carry. Officially no gain, and it's 4th down. And we'll see Aberdeen come on to punt here with 6:10 to play in our opening quarter of action. On the punt, line drive kick from Luis Tapia. It's going to take an Aberdeen roll and will be down at the Priest River 40-yard line. And that's where it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Spartans of Priest River. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Spartans. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at Priest River. 1st and 10 from their own 40. Caprenko slips and falls and loses a yard. And so Caprenko loses a yard to make it 2nd and 11. Well, last night I was in Genesee for that Wallace-Genesee shootout, 68-66 in overtime. You get the feeling today this is going to be a low-scoring defensive affair, and I am just fine with that. 2nd and 12 for the Spartans. From their own 38, Matthews over the middle through a sea of hands and nearly intercepted on the back end by Jose Medel. It falls through his hands, incomplete, and it is 3rd and 12. 4:59 to play in our opening quarter of action. No score yet. 2nd possession of the game for Priest River. A Spartans team that went 5-4 this season. Essentially, 4 of the 5 wins came in Central Idaho League play over Orofino, St. Mary's, Grangeville, and Kellogg. And then they picked up a non-conference win over Salmon to begin their season. Those are the 5 wins. Matthews on 3rd and long, looking for the wheel. It's caught across the 50 into Aberdeen territory for a 1st down. Colton Kaprinko runs the wheel route out of the backfield all the way to the Aberdeen 40-yard line to move the sticks, a gain of 22 on 3rd and 12. That went through 3 different defenders, and Kaprinko extending to make the grab. So 1st and 10 here for the Spartans from the Aberdeen 40-yard line. Matthews over the middle. It's a screen pass. It is ultimately dropped, and then the penalty flag comes out at the end. One of the offensive linemen, Brady Hatton, the big left tackle, came up with that for Priest River. Ineligible receiver downfield is the call here against Priest River. They were running the middle screen, and Hatton got down there a little too quickly. In fact, he was right where the ball was delivered. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, or a 5-yard penalty, and 2nd and 15 now for the Spartans with the ball right at the 50-yard line.
We're going to repeat 1st down, 1st and 15.
So 1st and 15 now for Priest River, 4:40 to play in our opening quarter of action. Matthews slinging it off the hands and intercepted. Off the hands of Kaprinko, and it's picked off by Isaac Driscoll. Driscoll on the return out to the 40-yard line, and Aberdeen with their 2nd takeaway of the contest. So Isaac Driscoll off the deflection comes away with the interception, and Aberdeen in business. So the Tigers with a fumble recovery and now an interception on their first 2 defensive possessions. Can the Aberdeen offense convert their 2nd drive of the contest? And it will start in Priest River territory at the Spartans' 40-yard line. 4:21 to play, 1st quarter, and Isaac Driscoll, the sophomore, comes away with the interception. Oh, that was actually Lupe Ortiz that came away with that pick. No, that was Driscoll. They'll hand off left side, nowhere to go. That was Eric Alvarez for the first time today on the carry for Aberdeen, and loses half a yard. We'll officially call it a loss of 1. So Ortiz is number 4, and that's so Driscoll is in at quarterback now, right? Number 1, and he had the interception also. Yes, okay. Driscoll and Ortiz have played off and on at quarterback this season. Threw me for a loop there for a second. So Driscoll is the new quarterback. Handoff left side this time. Room to run. The 30, the 25, still going. The 20, down the sideline, and finally spilled out of bounds at the 10-yard line. A gain of 31 on the run there, and a good-looking run from Jeremy Partita. 1st and 10 for Aberdeen, and they're knocking at the door right at the 10-yard line. So officially 30 yards there on the run for Jeremy Partita. And so 1st and goal for the Tigers with the ball right at the Priest River 10-yard line. Aberdeen off the interception by Driscoll, looking to turn it into points. Driscoll out of the gun. Gives on the sweep right side. Room to run. Brought down at the 2-yard line. First carry of the day for Trayton Jenkins, the sophomore. We'll see. Officially, they're going to put it at the 1. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1 now for the Tigers. That's what makes Aberdeen so tough. Ortiz, Partita, Alvarez, Jenkins. We haven't even talked about Madell yet, or Tannen Nelson, the big fullback. They got a lot of different guys they can throw at you in that backfield. 2nd and goal from the 1. Driscoll out of the gun with Jenkins. Fakes it. Driscoll keeps it and lowers and extends in for the touchdown. So Isaac Driscoll with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Aberdeen strikes first, 6-0 here with 2:14 to play in our opening quarter of action. Really assisted by the big 30-yard run by Partita. And now Aberdeen will line up and go for 2. I don't think they've tried an extra point all season. They'll give on the sweep left side. This is Partita, who's in for the 2-point conversion. And it's 8-0 Aberdeen, thanks to the 1-yard touchdown plunge by Driscoll and the 2-point conversion run by Partita. And that came off the interception by Driscoll. So 8-0 Aberdeen with 2:14 to play here in our first quarter of action. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agriculture, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery offers the most advanced new farm and construction equipment in the world, and they back their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. They can get you into your new equipment and into the field quickly with real peace of mind. Find out more online at TitanMachinery.com. So Isaac Driscoll, the sophomore, the interception on defense and the 1-yard touchdown plunge on offense. 8-0 lead for Aberdeen. 2:15 to play, first quarter of action. Here is the kickoff by Orduña. And again, short return for Kaprinko across the 35 and out to the Priest River 37-yard line where it will be 1st and 10. So for Priest River, boy, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers offensively so far here today. The first one came on a completed pass to Braden Leach, and then he fumbled at the end of the play. And again, that was deep into Aberdeen territory, inside the Aberdeen 20. Ball was knocked out, Aberdeen recovered, and then on the second possession, again, Matthews dropped back to pass. It went off the hands of Kaprinko and into the awaiting arms of Driscoll. So Priest River trying to reverse course here, trailing 8-0. 2:08 to play, first quarter of action. Matthews on 1st and 10. Will throw to the sideline, pass broken up. Again, trying to go out there on the out route. That was Leighton Goins, the sophomore receiver. And good defense applied by Ronnie Cerna, the all-conference cornerback out there. Listed at 5'9", 160. He might be taller than that. He's a pretty imposing guy out there, Ronnie. And so incomplete pass. The throws from Lucas Matthews, maybe just a touch high coming out here. It's 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. From their own 37, again, out route, and again, just a little high for Goins, incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. So, to start off the contest, Priest River pretty consistently has been behind the chains. Really 2 big plays so far, the 6-yard run by Kaprinko and the 22-yard completion on the wheel route to Kaprinko. Priest River trying to find something here on 3rd and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in our first quarter of action. Winner of this game will join Ryrie, West Side in the semifinals from East Idaho. 3rd and 10. Over the middle, slant route, low and incomplete. Braden Leach, the intended receiver, and in there stride for stride on the coverage was Eric Alvarez defensively. And now we'll see Priest River come on to punt here for the first time today. Each of these guys have an offensive lineman punt for them. It's Luis Tapia for Aberdeen, the 6'2", 235-pound senior. And for Priest River, it's Donovan Baldwin, the 5'9", 215-pound junior. And back deep to return here for Aberdeen. Looks like it's Jose Medell, stands at his own 25-yard line. Here's the punt, and it's a good one, kind of a knuckleball punt. It's going to take a bounce and die at the 26-yard line, actually the 29-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. However, penalty flag back where the punt occurred. We've got running into the kicker here against Aberdeen on the punt. Now, was it running into the kicker or roughing the kicker? That makes a difference in terms of the penalty yardage. Referee's going to come over and talk to Coach Alex Zapata of Priest River here. For the moment, Aberdeen offense still out there, or excuse me, the Priest River, the Aberdeen offense is out there. We'll get the call from our official. Running into the kicker against Aberdeen. 5-yard penalty, and it's still 4th down. See, that's the difference. Running into the kicker is just a 5-yard penalty. Roughing the kicker is the personal foul, 15-yarder with the automatic 1st down. So now it's 4th and 5 for Priest River. They're still going to punt here on their half of the 50. So we'll see if Donovan Baldwin can uncork his 2nd knuckle-paw punt in as many attempts here. Baldwin sends this one end over end. And again, we'll take a roll and die at the 27-yard line, very close to where we originally had it. Officially the 26, where it'll be 1st and 10 here for Aberdeen. 1:45 to play here in our opening period of action here at Spartans Stadium in Priest River. Brandon Baney with you here on IdahoSports.com, and I've got number 58, Noah DeGeis. Did I say your name right, Noah? Okay, Noah DeGeis from Aberdeen High here helping me out on camera. So 1st and 10 here for Aberdeen. Starting from their own 26-yard line. And Driscoll in there at quarterback again. We'll give to Partita. And nowhere to go that time. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see. Officially no gain there for Partita. Priest River knew coming in today it was going to be a heavy dose of the run, so they've gone with a 5-man front here in the hopes of trying to clog up some of those lanes. But when you go with the 5-man front, sometimes that leaves you exposed on the edges. That's what we saw on that 30-yard run by Partita. And that's really all Aberdeen needs is a couple of those per game, and they're usually rocking and rolling. The Tigers, another sensational regular season and playoff opener last week. Sweet play with room to run. The 50, the 40, no one will catch him. This will be a long touchdown run for the Aberdeen Tigers. Max Klassen, the sophomore. So Klassen takes that all the way to the end zone. That is a 74-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Aberdeen now up 15-0 or 14-0. Max Klassen, thank you, Noah. Max Klassen, 74 yards to the house. And now Aberdeen will line up and go for 2 here. Driscoll. Hand off to Eric Alvarez. No, it did not get in. Delayed call from our official there, so the 2-point conversion fails. But Max Klassen with a 74-yard touchdown run. It's exactly what we said. All Aberdeen needs is 1 or 2 of those big, long gainers throughout the course of a game, and they're usually in business. So 52 seconds to play, first quarter, 14-0 lead now for the Tigers. Wright's Auto Service and Repair has been locally owned and operated for 25 years. They are a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, proudly working in the Aberdeen area since 1997. Their staff of nationally certified master technicians specializes in auto repair, engine repair, brake repair, transmission repair, and auto electrical services. Drop by the shop at 17 West Lincoln Avenue in Aberdeen and meet them anytime. Wright's Auto Service and Repair is proud to support Aberdeen football and wishes them good luck in today's game.
Number 19 for the Tigers gets the honor of kicking off again. Caprinko and Owens back for the Spartans.
Oscar Orduna again to kick here for Aberdeen. Will be scooped up by Caprinko at the 20. This is actually Goins on the return this time and out to the 44-yard line. No, that was Caprinko. So Caprinko with the nice return. It'll be 1st and 10 for Priest River from their own 44-yard line. And now if you're Priest River, this feels like a little bit like a must-score possession here if you want to hang in the game. Now 14-0, the way Aberdeen can absolutely dissolve the clock and make it a low-possession game. This feels like an important drive already here with 46 seconds to play in our first quarter of action. Matthews will start 1st and 10. Will turn in hand to Kaprinko. Left side, nowhere to go. Luis Tapia in on the tackle for the Tigers. No gain.
No gains, going to make it 2nd and 10.
So far, Colton Kaprinko, 7 carries for 9 yards. That's a stingy Aberdeen defense. Officially will give him a yard, so 7 carries for 10 yards there. And we have not seen Nate Fager touch it at all yet today. It's been a steady diet of Kaprinko. 2nd and 9 from their own 45. Matthews with time, looking long for Leach. It's broken up and batted away at the last moment by Jose Medell.
Incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
So it's now 3rd and 9 for Priest River. And again, behind the chains here. Just a little bit. Great coverage by Jose Medell that time. On the back end at safety. And again, we have not seen Lupe Ortiz since the start of the contest, essentially. Isaac Driscoll has taken his spot both at quarterback and at safety. And this happened last week as well, and really has throughout the second half of the season. Ortiz on a little bit of a pitch count. 4 seconds to play, first quarter. 3rd and 9 here for Priest River. Matthews with time, lobs it deep, looking for his man, and the wide receiver, Kane Burns, the junior, lost that in the sun. If Burns keeps running full speed, I think he's got a reception for a first down, but incomplete pass takes us to the end of the first quarter. It'll be 4th down and 9 for Priest River when our second quarter resumes in just a moment here on IdahoSports.com. Idaho Ag Credit, your local ag lender, has financed agricultural needs in your community for multiple generations. Idaho Ag Credit is proud to support this webcast and all the student athletes playing in today's game. Sun River of Idaho in Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company and has been locally owned and serving the local area for over 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes.
From IdahoSports.com. Looks like the lower part of the bracket for next week is going to be number 2 Westside versus number 6 Napa Christian. And again, the winner of this game is going to play.
And the Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Baldwin back to the Spartans, the punt.
So as we start the second quarter of play here, Donovan Baldwin will come on to punt again here for Priest River. And a line drive kick. Medell will let it roll, and this will take a Priest River roll all the way to the Aberdeen 14-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. So 9 seconds gone by in our second period, 11:51 to play before halftime. A 14-0 lead for Aberdeen. The headline right now, the Tiger defense with 2 takeaways, a fumble recovery and an interception by Isaac Driscoll. And then 2 touchdown runs, a 1-yarder by Isaac Driscoll and a 74-yarder from Max Clausen. Along with a 2-point conversion run by Jeremy Partita and 1 conversion that was stuffed. So 14-0 lead for Aberdeen. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Driscoll still in there at quarterback. They will start from their own 14-yard line. Driscoll and Partita run into each other. Driscoll says, get out of the way. I'm headed down the sideline. He's got room to run. The 40, the 50, and finally out of bounds at the Priest River 46-yard line. Penalty flag out, though, back at the 25-yard line. This may be coming back. Tell you what, Driscoll may be, I guess I called him a sophomore. He's a junior. And Driscoll kind of collided with Partita that time and just shoved him out of the way and said, I got this. This is going to be a holding call against Aberdeen here. Holding or a block in the back. And so it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Wipe out the big run by Driscoll. And ultimately, this ball will be placed right back at the original line of scrimmage. How about that? So 2nd and 10. Officially, maybe they lost a yard. So 2nd and 11 for Aberdeen. From their own 14-yard line, Driscoll will hand off up the middle this time. This is Eric Alvarez with room to run. Spinning and out to the 24-yard line is Alvarez. So Alvarez picks up almost all of it. He needed 11, and he got 10. So a 10-yard run there by Eric Alvarez sets up 2nd and 1 here for the Tigers. Driscoll out of the gun. Hands to Alvarez again. Lowers the shoulder and has the first down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 5 for Alvarez. Meanwhile, that clock burning. 10:58 to play here before halftime. This is what Aberdeen likes to do. Take the air out of the ball, run it, grind the opponent into dust, and then if they pop a big play or two. It's a formula that's worked really well. Derek Jolly in his 2nd season as the head coach, but he's been an assistant coach for 18 years prior to that. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 29. Driscoll back to pass, throws a wobbler. It is nearly intercepted, ultimately falls incomplete. Both Leach brothers, Braden Leach and Hayden Leach, were both in the neighborhood. Neither one could corral it. They were trying to dial up the pass there to Tannen Nelson, the fullback tight end, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Kind of a dangerous throw there. And Priest River, a team that's already turned it over twice on offense, a chance to maybe atone and get a takeaway on defense, but no dice that time. 2nd and 10. Sweep play right side, and actually they fake the sweep. They keep it with Clausen, and Clausen is going to lose a couple of yards. Well, that'll hurt the old average. He had 1 carry for 74 yards. Now his 2nd carry goes for -4. So 2 carries for 70 yards on the ledger now, and it's 3rd and 14 for Aberdeen from their own 25-yard line. They have to get to the 39 for the first down. Passing situation, perhaps? No, they'll go with the run. Up the middle to the 30, maybe even the 31, Jeremy Partita. Squeezing out what he can. It's going to be a gain of 4, but 4th down. So 4th and 9 for Aberdeen, and they will send on Tapia to punt here. And it is Colton Kaprenko back to return, standing at his own 37-yard line here. So a win for the Priest River defense, trailing 14-0 with 9:10 to play before halftime. Tapia ready to punt it away. High snap, gets it down. This is a high kick with not a lot of distance. That is going to take a bounce across the 45 and roll backwards to the Priest River 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. So the Priest River defense gets the stop they needed, but now the question is, can the offense string something together? It has been tough sledding. They've gone 3 and out on each of the last 2 possessions, and then on the 2 prior possessions to that, they turned it over twice. So the 4 possessions for Priest River so far today: fumble, interception, punt, punt. First and 10 for the Spartans, starting from their own 37-yard line. They'll give to Kaprenko, straight up the gut. Will pick up a couple. And again, just powering ahead there with Colton Kaprenko. Is able to pick up 2 to make it 2nd and 8 with the ball right at the Priest River 45-yard line. 8.5 to play before halftime. Friendly reminder that Aberdeen gets the ball to start the second half. So, again, this feels kind of like an important drive here for the Spartans. 2nd and 8. Again, Kaprinko straight up the middle. Again, not really anywhere to go. Kaprinko will squeeze out maybe 2 more yards to the 47-yard line to bring up 3rd and 6.
Going to bring it to 3rd and about 5.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Spartans. 7:50 and rolling before halftime. Can the Spartans get something going here? Aberdeen defense ready to pack it in. This 3-4 look by the Tigers has been awfully impressive. Matthews, it's an option play off the left side and will be bottled up. Luis Tapia coming up with the tackle for loss. I'll tell you what, Tapia is a bad dude and a big one. 6'2", 235, and he swallows up Matthews that time for a loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down, and again, Priest River will come out to punt here with 7 minutes to play before halftime. And again, it'll be Donovan Baldwin.
Back for the Tigers.
Priest River finding out what so many others have this season. It's hard to get going against this Aberdeen Tiger defense. Aberdeen on the season only allowing 14.3 points per game. Here's the punt by Baldwin. Medell fields it at the 20 and is brought down at the 25, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Yeah, Aberdeen only allowing 14.3 points per game. A 6-3 record coming in with wins over American Falls, Salmon, North Fremont, Malad, Soda Springs, and Melba. And their only losses came to, well, Declo, 21-14 early. And then the other 2 semifinal teams from East Idaho, Ryrie 20-8 and Westside 21-0. It's Ryrie, Westside, and Nampa Christian into the semifinals here at the 3A level. Who will join them, Aberdeen or Priest River? 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 25-yard line. Sweet play to Partita gets a yard to make it 2nd and 9.
Partita on the carry. No gain, 2nd and 10.
And officially they put it back at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that carry by Partita. Ryrie, the number 1 seed, had their hands full with New Plymouth on Thursday night inside the ICCU Dome over in Pocatello. The Bulldogs only won that contest 20-18. The winner of this game would play Ryrie next week, you would assume at the Dome again. And they do give him 2. I was wondering about the chain gang there, so it was a 2-yard gain for Partita. And again, they go up the middle. And that time on the run for Aberdeen, was that Partita again? So a gain of a yard there to make it 3rd and 7. 5:20 and counting before halftime. 14-0 lead for Aberdeen. And they get the ball to start the second half as well. Driscoll out of the gun. The running back Clausen with him. They fake to Clausen, keep with Driscoll up the middle. Across the 30 to the Priest River 32-yard line to bring up 4th down. So a gain of 2 on the run there by Driscoll, and it is 4th and 5. Actually, 4th and 4, we'll call it. And for the moment, the Aberdeen offense is staying out there with 4:35 to play before halftime, facing a 4th and 4 from their own 32-yard line. Actually, the 31. They've got to get to the 35 for the first down. They're going to line up and go for it here. I like it. Driscoll out of the gun. Will take the snap. Will give to Partita. Partita looking to bounce outside. Flag comes out. He stopped short anyways. And Priest River gets the turnover on downs. That's Brady Hatton in on the tackle there for Priest River. Holding against Aberdeen, that will be declined, and Priest River will take the turnover on downs. So a bit of a risky call there by Coach Jolly, deep in your own territory. Now Priest River's going to get the ball in fantastic field position, 1st and 10 from the Aberdeen 34-yard line. And for an offense that's been struggling to move the ball most of the day here, a prime opportunity here for Priest River. Matthews out of the gun here. We'll hand off to Kaprinko off the left side, and Kaprinko will pick up 2.
Kaprinko gets about 3. It's going to make it 2nd and 7.
4 minutes to go here before halftime. Ball marked at the 32-yard line here of Aberdeen. Makes it a 2nd and 8 here. 3:40 and counting before halftime. 14-0 lead for the Tigers. Matthews checks the wristband, now gets ready. Inside counter, Nate Fagert for the first time today. Nowhere to go. Eric Alvarez coming up to make the stop, and no gain on the carry there by Fagert.
Stop by Cerna. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 8.
So 3rd and 8 here for the Tigers. .245 and counting before halftime. 3rd and 8. Matthews back to pass with time over the middle. Too high, intercepted at the 10-yard line. Giovanni Valeriano comes away with the interception. 3rd turnover forced by the Aberdeen defense. Valeriano comes away with the pick. And another takeaway for the Aberdeen defense. And again, Priest River turned away with 2:40 to play here before halftime. So the decision for Aberdeen to go for it on 4th down deep in their own territory and not converting doesn't end up hurting the Tigers too much. It's 1st and 10 for Aberdeen following the interception from their own 10-yard line. Driscoll fakes it. Now keeps it off the right side. Nowhere to go. Might have lost 5 yards on that carry all the way back to the 5-yard line. Charging in there was Kane Burns for Priest River on the stop. So a 5-yard loss on that run by Driscoll. And for Aberdeen, they may just look to take all of the remaining 2:15 off the clock before we go to halftime here.
2nd and about 14.
So after that 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 from their own 5-yard line. Going to have to be careful as Driscoll will take this shotgun snap in the end zone. We'll give to the fullback inside. This is Trayton Jenkins, the sophomore. Jenkins out across the 10. Picked up all that lost yardage and maybe one on top of that. It's going to be a gain of 5 for Jenkins to bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Tigers from their own 10. And again, we're down to 1:30 to play here before halftime. And again, Aberdeen in no rush, just taking their time. Priest River, I'm surprised, is not using any of their timeouts to try and stop the clock here on 3rd and 10. And now Aberdeen, I believe, will spend their first timeout of the half. And yes, that is what they decide to do here. So we mentioned it, Aberdeen got to the state semifinals last year in 2024, where their season ended at the hands of Westside. They got to the semifinals in 2022, And I believe that season their run ended against Firth. They've been to the semis 7 times in their school's history. And for Priest River, we mentioned this would be uncharted water. A, Priest River just hasn't gotten to the playoffs very often. B, they've never won a postseason game. They are 0-4 all-time in the playoffs, including last year's 42-14 loss at Aberdeen in the opening round. In fact, Priest River won the Central Idaho League for the first time since, I believe it was the 1970s, earlier this year, their first conference championship. So this is kind of unprecedented territory for Priest River. Home playoff game. Trying to hold serve here at home. 3rd and 10. Handoff right side, and stumbling and falling just shy of the 20-yard line. If he keeps his footing, I think Jenkins is able to pick up the first down there. And now Priest River will take the timeout. Will Aberdeen punt here on 4th and 2 after that 8-yard run by Jenkins with 56 seconds to go before halftime, or will they go for it again? They went for it from about their own 34 on the last drive and didn't get it. This time it's at their own 18. I think if you're Aberdeen coach Derek Jolly, you've got to punt here. Trust your defense. They have been absolutely stingy today, with 3 takeaways to boot. A fumble recovery and then 2 interceptions, one by Isaac Driscoll and the second by Giovanni Valeriano. Out of the timeout here, Aberdeen will send the offense out. Okay. Coach Derek Jolly rolling the dice again. Will they try and get Priest River to jump off sides here? No, they will take the snap. It is a direct snap to Driscoll, and again he doesn't get it. Driscoll denied on 4th down, and Priest River for the second time gets the turnover on downs, this time inside the Aberdeen 20. Very interesting. So 1st and 10 for Priest River with the ball at the Aberdeen 18-yard line, 51 seconds to go before halftime. And Priest River still working with 2 timeouts in their back pocket as well. Can the Spartans take advantage? They have not been able to so far yet today. Matthews will line up out of the shotgun here. 2 receivers to the left side now. Kaprinko, the man in motion. Back to pass. Matthews lobs it to the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. A sliding grab in the right corner of the end zone. Leighton Goins. 1 play, 18 yards. Priest River on the board. That is exactly what Priest River needed. A beautifully thrown ball, 24-yard touchdown pass from 18-yard touchdown pass from Lucas Matthews to Leighton Goins. And now they'll line up and go for 2. Direct snap to Kaprinko, pushing the pile. No signal. And doesn't look like he didn't get in. So, yep, denied there. And it remains 14-6 with 46 seconds to go here before halftime. So you wonder about, again, the decision to, with less than a minute to go before, halftime, the decision by Aberdeen coach Derek Jolly not to punt there on 4th down from your own 18-yard line. You go for it on 4th and 2, you don't get it. And 1 play later, Priest River scores on the 18-yard touchdown pass from Lucas Matthews to Leighton Goins. And so now Aberdeen ready to kick off here. It looks like it's going to be Jake Harris. No, let me double check that. Grismer kicking off here for Priest River. Andon Grismer, the sophomore offensive lineman. End over end, taken at the 25-yard line. On the return, this is Jose Medell. Actually, Aiden Valdez on that return. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Aberdeen from their own 32-yard line here. And 41 seconds to go before halftime. 2 timeouts still in Aberdeen's back pocket. Leading 14-6. I don't think Aberdeen's going to start throwing the ball all over the field here. They're just going to run the ball, see if they can pick up some yardage. And 1st and 10, Driscoll will hand off left side to Max Clausen, looking to break it outside, and Clausen this time only gets a couple. Grismer and Burns combining on that tackle for Priest River. And Clausen will get 2 yards on that carry, and otherwise, Aberdeen's just going to let that clock roll. And that may be the final play of the first half. We'll see if Aberdeen wants to run one more here. We're inside of 10 seconds to play before halftime. Maybe run one play as time expires, try and get a long touchdown run. They didn't get it off in time. And so that will take us to halftime. About what we expected. Low-scoring defensive game. Thank you, Noah. He's going to check out, and we'll have a new camera guy for the second half of action here. But at the halftime break, it is Aberdeen 14, Priest River 6. We'll be back with the halftime show right after this break. You're watching the 2025 3A state quarterfinals on IdahoSports.com and the NFHS network.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Dear crew, with an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota, let's go places.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Il me semble que ce matin le soleil peine à colorer le ciel. Voudrais prolonger les vacances.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that. and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Dear Friday, we've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide. That's the champ of the ramp. Toyota trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
It is halftime here at Spartans Stadium in Priest River, and at the halftime break of this 3A state quarterfinal showdown, it is the Aberdeen Tigers leading on the road 14-6 here over the Priest River Spartans. Brandon Beatty back with you inside the broadcast booth. Let's take a look at the first half stats. It won't take long because this was a first half dominated by defense. Let's start with the Priest River Spartans. They are the team that's trailing 14-6 here on the halftime scoreboard. 15 yards rushing, 40 yards passing, only 55 total yards of offense in that first half for Priest River. Individually, the leading rusher is Colton Caprinko, 10 carries for 16 yards. Lucas Matthews, 1 carry for -1, and Nate Fagert, 1 carry for 0. So it's really been Caprinko as the bell cow of the Spartan backfield. Lucas Matthews is 3 of 11 passing for 40 yards. He's got a touchdown and 2 interceptions, one by Isaac Driscoll of Aberdeen, the other by Giovanni Valeriano. And the leading receivers here, it is Colton Caprinko, 1 catch for 22 yards. Leighton Goins, 1 catch for 18 yards and a touchdown. And then Braden Leach, 1 catch for 0 yards. The only touchdown for Priest River came after Aberdeen went for it on 4th and 2 from their own 18 and did not get it. The very next play, Matthews dials up Goins for an 18-yard touchdown, the lone score of the day for Priest River. For Aberdeen, 147 yards on the ground, 0 yards through the air. That's a fairly typical stat line at Aberdeen. 147 total yards of offense. So Driscoll, 0 for 1 passing. And the leading rusher is Max Clausen, 3 carries for 72 yards and a touchdown. So 72 of the 147 came on 1 play from Max Clausen. Otherwise, Jeremy Partita, 7 carries for 40 yards. Trayton Jenkins has 3 carries for 22 yards. Eric Alvarez, 3 carries for 14 yards. Lupe Ortiz, 1 carry for no yards. And it's Isaac Driscoll, 4 carries for -1 yard and a touchdown. So we saw Lupe Ortiz leave the game fairly early in the contest. That does take an element of what Aberdeen likes to do out of the game plan, as it were. But with Clausen and Partita running the ball particularly well, Aberdeen showing that, hey, we're more than just one guy here on offense. Sounds good. We want to thank all of our great sponsors here. One more time, our power boosters for Aberdeen, Diesel Depot, Idaho Ag Credit, The Roof Resource, and Wright's Auto Service and Repair. We want to thank all our sponsors today as well. Idaho Ag Credit, your local ag lender, has financed agricultural needs in your community for multiple generations. Idaho Ag Credit is proud to support this webcast and all the student athletes playing in today's game. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agriculture, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery offers the most advanced new farm and construction equipment in the world, and they back their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. They can get you into your new equipment and into the field quickly with real peace of mind. Find out more online at titanmachinery.com. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Wright's Auto Service and Repair has been locally owned and operated for 25 years. They are a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, proudly working in the Aberdeen area since 1997. Their staff of nationally certified master technicians specializes in auto repair, engine repair, brake repair, transmission repair, and auto electrical services. Drop by the shop at 17 West Lincoln Avenue in Aberdeen and meet them anytime. Wright's Auto Service and Repair is proud to support Aberdeen football and wishes them good luck in today's game. And Sun River of Idaho in Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company and has been locally owned and serving the local area for over 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes. Well, we are 1/2 away from a trip to the state semifinals for Aberdeen. They're 8th in school history. For Priest River, it would be their first. And not only would it be their first trip to the semifinals, it would be their first win in postseason history here at Priest River High as well. A 14-6 lead for Aberdeen. Aberdeen will be getting the ball to start the second half of play. Jose Medell and Max Clausen are back deep to return for the Tigers here. And kicking off for the Priest River Spartans will be Andon Grismer. And so here we go. Our second half kickoff is underway. Medell will pick it up at the 10-yard line. Try and find some room to run, and he does! He breaks it to the outside! Jose Medell down the sideline! One man to beat! And finally brought down at the 27-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Aberdeen. What a return by Jose Medell. Stopped on a dime, and then everything opened up along the sideline. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Aberdeen Tigers. As Jose Medell, a return all the way to the 27-yard line. Leighton Goins a little slow to get up there for Priest River at the end of that play on special teams. And so here we go, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. It's still Isaac Driscoll in there at quarterback. They'll start with a run to Pardita. Actually, that's Alvarez. And Eric Alvarez will take that up to the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it back at the 21. So a gain of 6 there on 1st down.
Going to make it 2nd and 5.
So Aberdeen already in business here, 40 seconds into the 3rd quarter of play. 2nd and 4 here for the Tigers. From the 22. Again, on the carry, this is Pardita this time. And Pardita takes it across the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. That's enough to move the chains for a 1st down. Nice 7-yard run there by Jeremy Pardita. So it's 1st and 10 for Aberdeen. Ball at the Priest River 16-yard line. Tigers already leading 14-6.
New quarterback in for the Tigers, number 1, Isaac Driscoll.
And again, no sign of Lupe Ortiz. We have not seen him since that opening drive of the contest. It has been Isaac Driscoll manning the offense. High snap, gets it down. This is Jenkins up the middle this time, and Trayton Jenkins maybe a yard. Nate Fagert in on the tackle there for Priest River. And it is a yard for Jenkins. And again, for Aberdeen up 14-6, this is exactly what they want. Take a little time off the clock. They can make a handful of big plays per game. We've already seen the 74-yard touchdown run by Max Clausen and the 65-yard return by Jose Medell that put them in this great position here. 2nd and 9 from the Priest River 15. Driscoll will give to Alvarez. Alvarez cuts up the middle, and Alvarez inside the 10 and down around the 7. We'll see where they mark this at officially for Eric Alvarez. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here for the Spartans, or for the Tigers, excuse me. So that ends up being an 8-yard run there by Alvarez. 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Handoff to Clausen, pushing the pile. He's in for the Aberdeen touchdown. 2nd time today, Max Clausen finds the end zone. This time from 7 yards out. So Clausen with the 7-yard touchdown run. And again, Aberdeen will line up and go for 2 here. So a 20-6 lead now for Aberdeen with 9:18 to play in the 3rd. Up the middle on the two-point conversion. And he's in. That's Jeremy Partita. So 22-6, Aberdeen with 9:18 to play here in the third. Wright's Auto Service and Repair has been locally owned and operated for 25 years. They are a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center, proudly working in the Aberdeen area since 1997. Their staff of nationally certified master technicians specializes in auto repair, engine repair, brake repair, transmission repair, and auto electrical services. Drop by the shop at 17 West Lincoln Avenue in Aberdeen and meet them anytime. Wright's Auto Service and Repair is proud to support Aberdeen football and wishes them good luck in today's game. Oscar Orduna to kick off here for Aberdeen. How's that? Oh, Jose Acuna kicking off here for Aberdeen. Beg your pardon. On the return, this is Colton Caprinko with a stiff arm and a return out to the 29-yard line.
Caprinko gets up to the 29-yard line with the Spartans. They'll start right there at 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for Priest River, trailing again here 22-6 with 9:13 to play in the third. And now if you're the Spartans down 2 scores, you pretty much can't have any more empty possessions, knowing that Aberdeen's going to turn it into a low possession game anyways. Matthews out of the pistol. Will give to Caprinko. And Caprinko will plunge ahead for 2.
It's about 2 or 3. It's going to make it 2nd and 7.
Officially a 3-yard run there by Caprinko to make it 2nd and 7 here. Priest River from their own 37-yard line. Actually, their own 32. Again, Matthews out of the shotgun here. Back to pass. Has time. Lobs it to the sideline. Quadruple coverage, incomplete. Aberdeen only rushed 3 that time. Matthews tried to force it to Goins on the out route. Actually, Leach was in there as well. That's why there was quadruple coverage. 2 receivers double covered, both in the same spot. Incomplete 3rd down. This Aberdeen defense has had Priest River all out of sorts today. 8:24 to play here in the third. A 22-6 lead for the Tigers here on the road. Matthews out of the shotgun here on 3rd and 7. Again, looking left, throws it to the sideline. That is incomplete. Leach on the comeback. Can't haul it in. And again, the spacing looked a little off. Goins was running an out route not very far from where Leach was coming back on the curl. It all falls incomplete. 4th down. And again, Priest River will punt here with 8:19 to go in the third. Donovan Baldwin will punt here for Priest River. 2 return men back deep for Aberdeen, Driscoll and Medell. High wobbler, fair caught by Driscoll at the 39-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. So here's Aberdeen back to work. 1st and 10. Already 1 for 1 in this second half thanks to the 7-yard touchdown run by Max Clausen, his 2nd of the game. This drive will start right at the Aberdeen 40-yard line. Again, everybody bunched in tight there for the Tigers. Driscoll out of the gun. Will give off the left side. This is Partita on 1st down. Partita will get 2 to make it 2nd and 8. Partita is leading the Aberdeen backfield with 9 carries today. Alvarez with 5. Jenkins and Clausen each with 4. Clausen's got the most yardage and 2 of the 3 touchdowns. 7:40 to play in the third. 2nd and 8. High snap. That's fumbled. Driscoll falls back on top of it at the 40-yard line. Driscoll and Alvarez couldn't get the handoff down after a high snap. Driscoll falls on it for a loss of 2. 7:20 to play here in the third. And a 3rd and 10 here for Aberdeen, leading 22-6. Winner of this game will play top-seeded Ryrie in the semifinals next week over in East Idaho. And again, Ryrie really struggled to put New Plymouth away, only won their quarterfinal matchup 20-18. Sweet play for Clausen. Cuts up to the 45 into the 46. So a 6-yard run by Clausen brings up 4th and 4. And, well, if Aberdeen coach Derek Jolly was going to go for it on 4th and 2 from his own 18, he's certainly going to go for it on 4th and 4 from his own 46. He's got a lot of confidence in his offensive line and all of those, that bevy of ball carriers. The question is, who will get the call here on 4th down? The other thing we know is that Aberdeen will take all the time they can on the clock to make the decision. They try and wind this thing down. 4th and 4 for the Tigers. 6:11 to play here in the third. And now Aberdeen will spend the timeout. So first time out of the second half here for Aberdeen. Titan Machinery is your source for new and used tractors, combines, balers, excavators, loaders, backhoes, and wheel loaders. Their 5 Idaho locations serve the agriculture, construction, and landscaping industries in eastern Idaho. Titan Machinery offers the most advanced new farm and construction equipment in the world, and they back their equipment with world-class service, parts, and financial solutions. They can get you into your new equipment and into the field quickly with real peace of mind. Find out more online at titanmachinery.com. Also, the Bank of Commerce, a proud supporter of area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So out of the timeout here, 4th and 4 for the Aberdeen Tigers from their own 46-yard line. 6:07 to play in the third, and a 22-6 lead here for Aberdeen. On the road in Priest River, trying to advance to their 3rd semifinal of the past 4 seasons. Quarterback keeper for Driscoll up the middle. Second effort, he's got it for the first down. First contact was made after about a yard gained, and then Driscoll kept going and extended and got the first down. I know the Priest River fans don't like the spot there, but he had it. Driscoll was able to stretch out and get it, and that's just good effort. I mean, like we said, first contact was made after about a yard. He still needed 3 more to get the first down, and so Driscoll squeezes it out. 1st and 10 for Aberdeen. Ball right at the 50-yard line. 5.5 to play in the third. Counter, left side, Alvarez into the rugby scrum across the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there for Eric Alvarez. Eric Alvarez was our IdahoSports.com player of the game last week in Aberdeen's 28-6 win over Melba. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in the win. And at this moment, I'd say Max Clausen is the clubhouse leader for today's IdahoSports.com player of the game honor. 4:50 to play in the third. 2nd and 3 for Aberdeen. Inside give to Partita, nowhere to go. Madden Redinger, the first guy in there. A loss of a yard to make it 3rd and 4 as Partita driven backwards. But again, time of possession. We're at the 4-minute mark, essentially, of the third quarter. Aberdeen's had the ball for probably 7.5 of the 8 minutes in this third period. 3rd and 4. Driscoll out of the gun. Will fake to Clausen, go up the middle, lower the shoulder, and get the first down across the 40 up to the 39-yard line. That is a gain of 6 and a first down. Again, Isaac Driscoll has come in and really commanded this offense here. First and 10. Ball at the Priest River 39-yard line. Give off the right side to Trayton Jenkins, still going, and Jenkins will take it to about the 35-yard line. That's the thing with these Aberdeen guys. They get stronger as the game goes, and if you're going to tackle one of these ball carriers, you better have backup. We've seen on the last several runs where first contact is made and the Aberdeen back keeps going. That time a gain of 4 for Trayton Jenkins. And it's 2nd and 6 for the Tigers now with the ball at the Priest River 35. 3:10 to play here in the third. They fake again on the sweep, and it's Driscoll up the middle. Picks up 3 before he's ripped down by Brady Hatton. So Driscoll gets 2 to make it 3rd and 3 here. .235 to play in the third. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. They have to get to the 29 for the first down. Everybody bunched in tight here. Driscoll with the man in motion. Will give off the left side to Partita, and he didn't get there. Great job defensively by Priest River jumping the gap. That's Leighton Goins, the sophomore linebacker, with the stop. Partita only gets a yard, and it's 4th and 2. And again, Aberdeen's going to go for it here with 1:55 to play in the third, certainly. Officially, we'll call it 4th and a long 1. Ball's at the 31. They've got to get to the 30 for the first down. 1:40 to play here in the third. Driscoll gives to Partita. Has the first down across the 30 up to the 28-yard line. That is a gain of 4 for Partita and a first down. And again, 1st and 10 for Aberdeen. Ball at the Priest River 27-yard line with 1:25 to play here in the third. And Aberdeen just taking the air out of the ball, squeezing the life out of this game. Grinding Priest River into dust. That's exactly how Coach Jolly wants it. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Final minute of the third quarter here. Driscoll out of the gun. With Jenkins the back. They fake to Jenkins. They're going to throw it. Out route caught by Tannen Nelson. Inside the 10 and down around the 4-yard line. What a grab by the tight end, Tannen Nelson. Bobbled it for a moment and then hung in and made the reception. I'll tell you what, he bobbled that thing 4 or 5 times. Aberdeen doesn't dial it up in the pass game too much, but Tannen Nelson makes the catch all the way to the 5. That is a gain of 22 and a first down. So now it's 1st and goal from the 5 here for the Tigers. Driscoll gives to Alvarez, stops at the 2. Alvarez went left and then tried to cut back to the right. It'll be 2nd and goal. I'm going to put it officially at the 1, I think, there. So a 4-yard run by Alvarez. That might be the final play of the third quarter here. Just 10 seconds to play in the period. That'll take us to the end of the period. So we'll flip the field when we come back. Aberdeen will have second and goal from the Priest River 2, already leading 22-6. Fourth quarter headed your way here in just a moment.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Fourth quarter about to begin here from Priest River. Aberdeen leading 22-6 over the Spartans as we begin our fourth quarter of play. Idaho Ag Credit, your local ag lender, has financed agricultural needs in your community for multiple generations. Idaho Ag Credit is proud to support this webcast and all the student athletes playing in today's game. And Sun River of Idaho in Aberdeen is a locally owned potato fresh pack company and has been locally owned and serving the local area for over 25 years. Give Sun River of Idaho a call at 208-397-4166 today. Everyone at Sun River of Idaho is proud to support all Aberdeen student athletes. It'll be second and goal from the 2 here for Aberdeen as we start our fourth quarter of play. Trying to go up 3 scores. Driscoll gives to Partida. Nowhere to go. Lost a yard. The snaps have been coming out a little high on the last couple of plays. Brady Hatton in on the tackle there for Priest River that time, and they'll lose 2 yards back to the 4. So it's going to be third and goal from the 4 now with 11:35 to play in our fourth quarter of action. 22-6 lead for the Tigers. Driscoll on third and goal. Fakes the sweep, keeps it, nowhere to go. Crunched right at the 4-yard line, the line of scrimmage. Lyndon Rainwater in on the tackle that time. So right back to the line of scrimmage. It's fourth and goal from the 4. If Priest River can get a stop on downs here, they may have a shot. If Aberdeen finds the end zone here, though, man, down 3 with 10 minutes to go, that's going to be a tough hill to climb. Priest River needs a stop here on fourth and goal from the 4. And Aberdeen ready. Driscoll sends the tight end Valdez in motion. He leaps over Nelson. Now Nelson ready. They're going to go to the right side. It is Alvarez. He gets denied. No gain on the carry, and Priest River turns over the Tigers on downs. And Priest River will take over first and 10 from their own 4-yard line. I have to admit, I've never seen a guy go in motion like that and then jump over the fullback. I was going to ask if you guys practice it like that, but doesn't sound like it. So first and 10 for the Spartans. And now for Priest River, 10-16 to go. You have to start moving the ball offensively. You've got to find a way to get a score. Matthews will line up out of the shotgun in his own end zone here on first and 10 from his own 4. They fake. They're going to take a deep shot over the middle for Goins. It's complete at the 20. Across the 25 and up to the 31-yard line. A gain of 27 and a first down. And these Priest River fans have been yearning for the opportunity to stand on their feet and cheer. And there, Matthews to Goins for 27 yards gives them a reason to do so. It's now first and 10 for Priest River from their own 31 and a little bit of breathing room here out of the shadows of their own end zone with 9:50 to play here in the fourth. Matthews again out of the shotgun, back to pass, dialing it up deep down the sideline. It is juggled and caught by Leach. Flag comes out as well at the end. This may be pass interference. The question is, which side is it on? In coverage for the Tigers defensively was Max Clausen. For the moment, it is a 19-yard connection to Hayden Leach, actually Braden Leach, and it is pass interference on the offense. I was curious about that because it did look like Leach and Clausen kind of got tangled up with each other. So it's offensive pass interference there on Braden Leach, and that one hurts. They will move this ball all the way back to the 16-yard line of Priest River. Wow. From the 31 to the 16, that's what a 15-yard penalty will do to you. On offensive pass interference, and it's now 1st and 25 for the Spartans. Matthews, back to pass. Again, Aberdeen rushes 3 over the middle, dropped by Braden Leach. So right off the hands of Leach, and he's a little hobbled as he comes jogging back to the Priest River huddle here. 9:36 to play in this one, and Priest River trailing 22-6. Matthews, wheel route, caught by Goins to the 40, the 45, and out to the 47-yard line for a first down. That is a gain of 22. Actually, a gain of 32 to Leighton Goins.
A 26-27-yard completion for another Spartan first down.
And when the Goins get tough, Goins gets going. Try saying that 5 times fast. 1st and 10 for Priest River from their own 48-yard line here. Trying to hang in with 9:15 to play, trailing 22-6. Matthews out of the pistol. Play action, now we'll take off and run with it. Matthews across the 50 and out to the 48-yard line here. Out to the 49, they'll call it officially. It's a 3-yard gain there for Matthews on the scramble to make it 2nd and 7. 8:50 to play in this one. 22-6 lead for Aberdeen. Priest River for the first time in some time has been moving the ball. Matthews out of the shotgun here. Ball at the Aberdeen 49. Kaprinko, the man in motion. They fake there. Matthews on the rollout. Bootleg caught by Fagert in the flat. Fagert the 45 and up to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 6 to make it 3rd and 1. That is Nate Fagert's first catch of the day. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for Priest River here at the 43-yard line of Aberdeen. They've got to get to the 42 for the first down. 7:50 to play, a 22-6 lead for Aberdeen. You figure Kaprinko may get the call here. They fake to Kaprinko. They throw the in route that is juggled and caught by Braden Leach. Is able to hang on to it. First down reception made at the 35-yard line. Gain of 6 to move the chains. Leach just about dropped that, but hung on, and it's 1st and 10 for Priest River with the ball at the Aberdeen 35. 7:28 and counting here. Spartans trailing 22-6. Their season on the line here, down 2 scores in the 4th. 5 wide look here. Matthews with 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Matthews spins it, lobs it, looking for his man. Kearns, what a catch! First down inside the 15. Kane Burns with the reception. What a sensational grab. First and 10 for Priest River with the ball at the Aberdeen 11. That is a gain of 24 and a first down. I think I said Kearns on that catch. Kane Burns. I kind of comboed his first and last name. Either way, Burns says, I'll take it. First and 10 for Priest River. Ball is at the Aberdeen 11 with 6:45 to play. Matthews again in an empty set. Rolling out right side on the run. Will float it to the end zone. Diving grab. Yes, for the touchdown. What a catch by Leighton Goins in the back corner of the end zone. And it's 22-12. 11-yard touchdown from Lucas Matthews to Leighton Goins. He's made a couple of really nice touchdown receptions today. Critical two-point conversion here to try and make it a one-score game. Priest River currently trailing by 10. They have to convert this. Matthews, incomplete, and it remains a two-score game. That one hurts. So it's 22-12, and Priest River still down 2 scores with 6:33 to play. And that gives Aberdeen a little bit of breathing room here. So 6:33 to go and a 22-12 lead for the Tigers of Aberdeen. We mentioned the winner of this game will play Ryrie next week. We assume in the ICCU Dome over in Pocatello. That's where Ryrie played their quarterfinal game against New Plymouth on Thursday night, a game they only won 20-18. The other semifinal will be number 6 Nampa Christian against number 2 Westside. Nampa Christian defeated number 3 North Fremont last night, a game that definitely raised a few eyebrows. North Fremont, really good team this year. Aberdeen knows. They played North Fremont. Will we see an onside kick here from Priest River, or will they line up and boot it deep? They are going to kick it deep. Trust that defense to get a stop here. It's going to be picked up by Medell at the 15 and is able to break it to the outside momentarily across the 20 and brought down around the 22-yard line. The 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. And for Aberdeen, this is what they're built for. We've heard of the 2-minute offense. We've heard late in games teams trying to run the 4-minute offense. The question is for Aberdeen, do they have a 6-minute offense? There's 6:24 to go. The Tigers will try and let all the time elapse on the clock if they can, up by 10 here. They'll start first down, handoff right side to the 30. That's Partita on the carry. And Partita will pick up 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And again, Priest River knows Aberdeen's going to stick to that run game. They cannot allow anything to the outside. That's where Aberdeen has really gashed the Spartans today. 2nd and 8. Driscoll takes the snap. Gives off the left side to Partita. Actually, Alvarez spinning and carrying for the first down across the 40. Out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 12 for Eric Alvarez. Refused to go down. They'll actually give him 13. All the way to the 43-yard line. Back-breaking run for the first down there for Eric Alvarez. We're down to 5.5 to play now and a 22-12 lead for Aberdeen. Just trying to milk this one away. Again, the Tigers will line up here. Driscoll out of the shotgun. Nelson, the fullback, in motion. Nelson and Driscoll gives again to Jenkins this time to the outside, the 35, the 30, and brought down just shy of the 25-yard line for another first down. So Jenkins will take that for a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
So first and 10 for Aberdeen, 4:25 to go. Jenkins got out of bounds that time to stop the clock. First and 10 for the Tigers. Ball at the Priest River 28-yard line. So Aberdeen gave up that touchdown on defense. They've come right back on offense and say, we want to reestablish that multi-score lead. Handoff left side. This is Alvarez, and Alvarez lassoed down at the 26. A gain of just 2. That's Rainwater on the tackle for Priest River.
Second and 8 for the Tigers.
Makes it 2nd and 8. Meanwhile, that clock continues to burn. We're down to 4 minutes to play in this one. Aberdeen looking for a rematch with Ryrie, potentially in the state semis. Ryrie defeated the Tigers earlier this year, 20-8. Really fun matchup. That would be a great semifinal battle for sure. 3:40 to play, 2nd and 8. Driscoll gives left side. This is Partita down the sideline and will stop at the 10-yard line. From the 26 down to, we'll see where they mark this officially. He stopped because I think he wanted to stay in bounds. They're going to put it at the 12-yard line, so that is a gain of 14 on the run there by Partita. First and 10 now for Aberdeen with the ball at the Priest River 12. 3:05 and counting. Driscoll, handoff. This is Partita. Actually, this is Alvarez. And Priest River, I think, is going to start. Oh, no, Aberdeen's going to take the timeout here with 3 minutes to go. Okay. So Alvarez with the carry. And officially a yard gained there. The state semifinals are almost set at every classification. Final fours in each classification. 6A, it's Coeur d'Alene, Rocky Mountain, Timberline, and Rigby. 5A, Hillcrest, Skyline, Bishop Kelly, and Twin Falls. 4A, Fruitland, Sugar Salem, Homedale, and Kimberly. And at the 3A level, 3 of the 4 spots are decided. Who will join them? It's going to be the Aberdeen Tigers as Eric Alvarez puts the icing on the cake out of the timeout. 11-yard touchdown run for Eric Alvarez. So Alvarez with the 11-yard touchdown run, his first of the contest. And that'll pretty much put this one to bed. 28-12, Tigers with 2:53 to play. Ryrie, Westside, Nampa Christian, and it sure looks like Aberdeen will be your final 4 in the Class 3A ranks. I'll line up and go for 2 again here. Driscoll to the end zone. That's intercepted by Braden Leach. So the pass picked off. It remains 28-12. 2:53 to go. Now Priest River, you think about it, you're down by 16. You have to get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, an onside kick, or a very quick 3-and-out with using all 3 of your timeouts, and then another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's not impossible, but the degree of difficulty is fairly significant to pull off a comeback of that type. .253 to go and a 28-12 lead for Aberdeen. Touchdown runs 4 times today. 2 by Clausen, 1 by Driscoll, and the latest by Alvarez. Jose Acuna to kick off here for Aberdeen. With 2:53 to go. Acuna gets a leg into it on the run. Kaprinko to the 25, the 30. Cuts back to the 35, and a return out to the 37-yard line for Colton Kaprinko, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Priest River. And again, the Spartans will have to move quickly here with 2:46 to go. And again, big thanks to Noah DeGeis from Aberdeen, running the camera for us today here on IdahoSports.com. 1st and 10, 2:46 to go from their own 38-yard line. Matthews, deep drop, throws over the sideline. That is caught at the 45-yard line of Aberdeen by Leighton Goins again for a 1st down.
At the Tiger 43-yard line for another Spartan 1st down.
A gain of 22 and a 1st down for Priest River. Again, Leighton Goins, his 5th catch of the game. And he's crept past the 80-yard mark receiving-wise. 2:39 to go. 1st and 10 for Priest River. Really taking their time with the clock running here. We're down to 2:30 and counting. No sense of urgency here from the Spartans. Matthews throwing to the out route. That's caught by Goins again, trying to get out of bounds. Will be brought down at the 36-yard line with 2:21 to go. And Priest River will spend a timeout.
Second and about 3.
It's going to be a 7-yard pitch and catch from Matthews to Goins. Goins has been the hot hand here. Timeout, Priest River. So our game reset, 2:21 to play, 28-12 lead for Aberdeen. Priest River, though, has a 2nd and 3 at the Aberdeen 36-yard line. Each side has 2 timeouts remaining. Aberdeen looking for its 8th semifinals appearance in school history, including 3rd in the past 4 years. For Priest River, not only looking for their first trip to the semifinals in school history, they're looking for their first playoff win in school history. Priest River comes in 0-4 all time in the postseason. For the moment, though, it's Aberdeen with the 2-score lead, up 16 with 2:21 to go. Priest River needs to score, get a 2-point conversion, onside kick, another score, another 2-point conversion, and that would be just to tie it. So 2nd and 3 here for the Spartans. With 2:21 to go. Matthews out of the shotgun. Low snap. Picked up by Kaprinko. Just trying to run with it. Nowhere to go. Almost suplex tackled there. It's a nice stick defensively by Trayton Jenkins. Low snap. Could never get it. Loss of a yard for Kaprinko. They've got to hurry. 3rd and 4 now. 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Matthews trying to get everybody lined up here. Will drop back to pass, throws a curl route complete for the 1st down and out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That is Burns on the reception. So on 3rd and 4, they pick up 7 on the pitch and catch there from Matthews to Burns. And it's 1st and 10 for Priest River. He did get out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:49 to play. Oh, no, they'll say he stayed inbounds. Priest River again, no urgency. We're down to 1:40 to play, and they're trailing 28-12. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. I think they thought the clock was going to stop. It never did, and they are just taking their sweet time. Precious seconds milking off here. 1:30 to go. 1st and 10 from the Aberdeen 32. Out route complete. Goins made a man miss. And Goins will be brought down around the 22-yard line. Wasn't enough for the first down? Not sure, but Priest River's going to take the timeout just to be safe with 1:16 to go.
Timeout Spartans. 1:16 left in the game.
It is going to be officially a 9-yard gain. If they'd gotten one more yard, the clock would have stopped while they set the chains for the first down, but because they only got 9 on that pass to Goins, Priest River has to spend its second time out here with 1:16 to go. But man, the Spartans let a lot of time drip off the clock there in between those last 2 plays. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Priest River with the ball at the Aberdeen 23-yard line. Trailing by 16 with just 1:16 to go here. They've got to score and then get an onside kick and then score again. And oh, by the way, get 2 two-point conversions in there also. Priest River trying to make it interesting late. They'll break the huddle here. Matthews with 5, 4 wide. Running back Kaprinko on his right hip. From the 23. Matthews, out route, complete to Burns. Tried to get out of bounds, but because the throw was low, his momentum caused him to fall down. It's at the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 8. The clock will stop while they set the chains, and then Priest River will have to get on the ball and snap it quickly. 1:10 to go. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Matthews, out route again, bobbled by Kaprinko and dropped. Kaprinko was not ready for that pass. And ultimately it falls incomplete, and that's all right. It stops the clock at 1:01. 28-12 lead for Aberdeen. Trying to hang in there, up by 16. Priest River trying to pull off what would be one of the most improbable comebacks we've seen. Down by 16 here with 1:01 to go. 2nd and 10 from the Aberdeen 16-yard line. 3 wide to the left this time. Burns, the single receiver to the right. Matthews, back to pass. Lobs one to the end zone for Leach. Too high, incomplete. 3rd and 10. They're trying to go to Hayden Leach that time. A little too high. And because Priest River has been forced to be so one-dimensional, Aberdeen's pretty much been rushing 3 guys and dropping back 8. That makes it hard to find any type of window to pass it into. .57 seconds to play here at Spartan Stadium. Priest River down by 16, trying to pull one out of the fire here. 3 receivers to the right. Kaprinko, the tailback, on the left, along with Burns. Matthews looking that way, throws it to the end zone for Burns. It's deflected by Driscoll. Nice play by Isaac Driscoll defensively from the safety spot there for Aberdeen. Incomplete pass, 4th down, and the game comes down to this with 52 seconds to play. Priest River with 1 timeout remaining. Aberdeen has 2. 4th and 10 from the Aberdeen 16-yard line. Priest River down 16. If they do not convert here, not enough time left. 5 wide for the Spartans. Season on the line here. Can they convert with 52 seconds to go? Matthews throws over the middle. It's intercepted. That ball is picked off by Aberdeen. Their 4th takeaway of the day. And coming away with the interception for the Tigers is Angel Cerna. So Cerna, the third interception by Aberdeen today. Driscoll, Valeriano, and now Cerna. Angel Cerna with the interception. And that will do it. All Aberdeen has to do is run out the clock, 42 seconds to go, and they will be headed to the state semifinals for the third time in the past 4 seasons. Driscoll will kneel it, and that'll do it. Of course, thank you. 28-12, Aberdeen goes on the road and earns a gritty, hard-fought 28-12 win. And you can see on that Aberdeen side, the celebration is on for the Tigers. Aberdeen wins by the final of 28-12. And so Aberdeen moving on up to the state semifinals where a rematch with the Ryrie Bulldogs awaits. We will take the break and come back with the IdahoSports.com postgame show right after this. You're watching the 2025 3A state quarterfinals on IdahoSports.com and the NFHS network.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we going to do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Teen to learn more.
Welcome into the IdahoSports.com postgame show. One final time here from Spartan Stadium in Priest River, where it's gone final. The Aberdeen Tigers defeat the Priest River Spartans 28-12. A game that was, markedly similar to Aberdeen's win over Melba last week, right? That was 28-6. This one 28-12. And again, they pretty much won this game without their senior heartbeat, Lupe Ortiz, as he left after the first series on offense early on in that first quarter with a shoulder injury. And so with Isaac Driscoll kind of manning the quarterback and safety spots Lupe Ortiz normally occupies, Aberdeen comes away with a 28-12 victory here on the road in the 3A state quarterfinals. It is time to hand out our IdahoSports.com player of the game. It is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game. Whether you're on the field or on the road, be in the moment and free from distractions. And really, there's only one choice for our IdahoSports.com player of the game in this one. And that's got to be the great sophomore running back, Max Clausen. Clausen finishes with 6 carries for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. So a very impressive performance from Max Clausen of Aberdeen. Again, 6 carries, 99 yards. Man, one more would have gotten to 100. He'll take it, though. 2 touchdowns for the sophomore back as well for the IdahoSports.com player of the game. So congratulations to Max Clausen there. Well, that'll do it for this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. Today's postseason broadcast has been presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. We want to thank all of our great local sponsors today as well for the Aberdeen Tigers: Diesel Depot, Idaho Ag Credit, The Roof Resource, Wright's Auto Service and Repair, Titan Machinery, Bank of Commerce, and Sun River of Idaho. Big thanks to Alex Zepeda. Not only is he the head football coach here at Priest River, he's also the athletic director, and special thanks to assistant coach Brandon Goins for helping me out today and helping us get set up and ready to broadcast this quarterfinal matchup. And big thanks as well to sophomore member of the Aberdeen Tigers football team, Noah DeGeis, for running camera for us today here on IdahoSports.com as well. Aberdeen will play Ryrie in the state semifinals next week. Time, date, and location to be determined. Stay tuned to IdahoSports.com for the latest updates on playoff matchups there. Well, for everybody here at Priest River, my name is Brandon Baney. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week for the state semifinals on IdahoSports.com. Enjoy your Saturday, and God bless.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.